Hey, good afternoon, Ridgecrest Kids and Bridge families. Pastor Joe here with this week's video update. First, once again, I just want to say congratulations and good job to all you Awana boys and girls who are continuing to pass all verses and finish books. We're now up to about 20 clubbers or more who have stayed true and worked hard during this time of quarantine to finish their books. And please feel free to, even as we enter summer, to keep on sending me videos of you passing off verses. And we are looking forward to a celebration at some point to highlight and celebrate everything that has been achieved this year through our Awana ministry. We returned to our regular Zoom meeting this past Sunday. We had a great time. Thank you to everyone who joined us. And we will look forward to seeing you again this Sunday at 3 o'clock for our Kids and Bridge Zoom time. Be sure to join us for just some fun, laid-back time of fellowship together. Also, as I've said the past couple of weeks, we canceled camp for those of you who have made payments. I actually turned in today all of the refund requests, so hopefully within the next week or so, those refunds will be going out to you, to those who had already made payments on camp. And as I've been teasing for several weeks, this is, right here, Kingdom Heroes. This is our new VBS theme for this summer. As we've been saying for a couple of weeks, we've switched gears. Instead of doing an on-campus traditional VBS, we are going to do a virtual VBS. And this is our theme for this summer, Kingdom Heroes. There'll be more details coming out in the coming weeks, but basically it'll work like our Sunday worship videos have been working thus far. It'll be about a 35, maybe 45-minute video for each day, consisting of different elements of worship music, Bible story video, some live teaching, reinforcing what you saw and learned in the video, as well as a couple other special components as well. So we look forward to putting this together and just seeing how God's going to use Bible school this summer. Here is our puzzle for this week. It is something to do with the Bible. So as always, first one to send me the correct answer to our puzzle will win a prize. And lastly, worship from home. Before we see what our lesson is this Sunday, let me remind you that all of our content can be found on our Facebook page and on our church website. But I also want to tell you that this Sunday will be the last Sunday that it is packaged the way that it has been for the last couple of weeks or months. Thankfully we were able to take advantage of some free resources and accesses that Lifeway made available to churches during the time of quarantine, but that access is coming to an end at the end of May. So this Sunday will be the last Sunday that we have access to what has been called Ministry Grid, where you've been logging in and having access to everything. However, we will still work to, in future weeks, to provide as much of that content as possible. If we have to, we'll be providing links to activity pages, and we'll definitely be having links to the worship video, the Bible story video for every Sunday. So just know that this Sunday is the last time we'll be able to access the information as we have been the last couple of weeks, but we will continue to provide worship on Sunday, worship from home materials for the kids and Bridge Ministries every week. And speaking of that, this Sunday our lesson comes out of John chapter 4, where Jesus is talking to a Samaritan woman at the well. And they have this very interesting back and forth conversation about water. And in John chapter 4, verse 13, it says, Jesus said to her, "Everyone who drinks of this water will be thirsty again. But whoever drinks of the water that I will give him will never be thirsty again. The water that I will give him will become in him a spring of water welling up to eternal life." And so my hope and my prayer this week, as you and your family dive into John chapter 4 and our worship lesson for this week, is that you would understand what is the difference between the water that this woman was talking about and the living water that Jesus is offering. And that you'll understand that the water that Jesus is offering is not physical water. It's not something you can drink, but it's something that will change your life forever. And I hope and I pray that if your life has not been changed yet by the living water that God offers, that maybe even this week, that your life will be changed by the living water. Until next week, Pastor Joe.